Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Heather.
And we're vlogging a little bit today, and we want to take you with us.
Hi, honey. What you doing?
Well, I'm spraying stuff like my boys. And we're just getting this down. We want to promote a little bit of composting if we can. And we've got some raspberry plants over there that would be really awesome if they started to sprout.
Yeah.
It's 50 degrees and it feels like it's summer already.
Yeah. But we had frost on our cars this morning. It was
We
like
did.
20 degrees this morning.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're moving into a season that's going to be 50s plus. And so it's getting us thinking about some outdoor stuff that we need to think about, like cold weather crops.
yes. One of my projects today is I'm going to repot some of these. They're starting to get a little long. Some of them are getting a little leggy. So it's time to repot them. So I've got kale, broccoli, and cauliflower here. I've got cabbage and peas here. And then over here I've got some lettuce and some spinach and some arugula, which did not come up very well, I would have to say. But I am hardening my plants a little bit, and how I'm doing that is actually with this fan. Hardening your plants means you put them outside and you let them kind of build up a strength to the wind. Well, the wind here sometimes can be like 30 to 40 miles an hour. So we're giving them a little help with this fan. One of the other things that I'm also doing is I'm cooking up ground beef for several meals that we have this week. So I'm doing like 5 pounds of it, and then I'll just split it and freeze it. I'll season it. I'm going to use our Thrive onions and the green chilies, because every recipe that I'm going to use this in will need those. And I hate cutting up onions and chili peppers because onions make you cry, and chili peppers, if you rub your eyes and you forget to wash your hands, those will make you cry too. I went ahead and I've made our meal plan for this week, and I actually did this on Monday. So I've already got 2 days that I've already used. But if you can see here, this is how I do my meal planning right here. And for lunches, like it's usually leftovers, it's sandwiches, it's peanut butter and jelly. If we have ramen noodles, they can have that. For breakfast, we have cereals. Our chickens are laying eggs now, so they can have that. There's toast. There is, let's see here, we made granola and yogurt that they can have. And then down here, I have the things that I need to kind of, the prep that I have to do for the next day's meal. So I really like these sheets. They make just meal planning a lot easier. So I can tell you, and I do my meal planning for 2 weeks because that's how my husband gets paid. We haven't changed anything since the quarantining and stuff like that. I feel like doing it every 2 weeks has made it so that we have to go out less. But we're having, like, so Monday we had Asian grilled chicken salad. Tuesday we had baked cheeseburger sliders. Tonight we're having beef and bean tostadas. There's the buffalo chicken sandwiches tomorrow night, and we're gonna have a coleslaw with that. We're having jambalaya on Friday. The fried chicken salad is Saturday, and then Mongolian chicken with rice and egg rolls on Sunday. And then the next week we have Nashville sliders, chicken sliders. We have like a 1 pot mac and cheese, chili mac and cheese. We have spaghetti carbonara, sticky orange chicken, chili verde, which is great because we are finding out that my middle son he doesn't have an allergy to tomatoes, they say, but he doesn't tolerate them very well. So we've switched to like a green chili, and I'm not using a whole lot of tomato sauce in a lot of things. So it's helped him out a lot. And then we have potato tot bake on Saturday. That's just an easy dish to do. So those are the meals that I have, and the ground beef that I'm browning up will go with the tostadas that we're having tonight. It will also go with the chili mac and cheese, and it'll go with the tater tot bake that I'm doing. So what I'll do is I'll continue cooking it, and then I'll split it up and I'll freeze it. These are the eggs that our ladies are giving us now. I really like the green one. The green one's awesome. All right, so I'm wetting my soil, and you want it where it's kind of, you don't want it soaking wet. You want it to kind of hold together a little bit.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And you use Miracle Grow, right?
I use the Miracle Grow potting soil.
That's awesome.
I have really great success with that.
Look how dirty your hands are.
I know.
Hold those up. That's awesome.
That makes me happy. I will wash them though before I go and do
make dinner.
stuff with hamburgers. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of soil down in there, and then the pots that I have here are ones that you can actually just throw in the ground if you need to, but I'm gonna cut them apart because this one's starting to get a little leggy, and leggy, I'll show you what that means here in a minute.
It's not fun. We learned a lot from the Old Alabama Gardner about leggy plants.
So if you look at this, see how he's kind of trying to fall over? Mm-hmm. That's leggy. So he's wanting to fall over. And what we're going to do is just going to kind of pull this apart because this is one of those biodegradable pots, which is kind of nice. Just kind of break it up a little bit.
And then you're putting it inside the other pot?
And then I'm putting it inside here.
Okay, that's genius.
You know?
Because the roots will grow through it and biodegrade, right?
Yeah. So just put it down in there, and then we're going to put the dirt up to help hold it up. And you don't want to pack it down too tight, but you want it enough that it's gonna stay up. So there we go. Now I got to remember what this is. This is kale. This one's kale.
Does that go in the window, or does that go in the?
This is gonna go in the window.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna leave for now these two plants together, and whichever one's the strongest one is the one that's gonna make it. So it'll be the one that we wind up planting.
So this is the ledge where some of the plants are gonna go, and then she has another. She has some others that are gonna go down in the basement. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the ones? How are you deciding which one goes in the basement, which one goes in the window?
Yeah, so I showed you my kind of setup in the basement. Things that are more cold hardy, that I've already gotten started, that are already doing well. So things like the kale is going to go up here. The broccoli and cauliflower, maybe if I have enough room, and my pea plants are going to come up here so that they're getting some natural sunlight. And what I'll do is during the day as they get bigger, I'll start setting them outside so that they can get used to the sun that we have here. I drained my hamburger, and now over here I'm getting ready to crush up my garlic. And I'll put my garlic in next because it is raw and I'll have to cook it a little longer. But I got this nifty little smasher thing that I really like. And so we'll just smash our garlic with that. Just gonna dump that in there. And then we're just gonna mix it up. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to throw in a couple of handfuls of these green chilies, because like I said, I'm making taco stuff, I'm making chili stuff, so I'll already have this ground beef seasoned the way I want it. So there are the green chilies, and then here are the diced onions that I'm using. So that's these here. And I like using these, like I said, because if you've ever cut up chili peppers and then forget to wash your hands, it will burn your eyes. Or onions make you cry. And this just makes cooking a lot easier. And this is usually how we use most of our Thrive stuff, is we use it in other things. So we're gonna put some water in here just to kind of rehydrate those a little bit. And I've got it on low, so I'm gonna put the lid on it And we're gonna let it just steam just a little bit. Got that all mixed up, and now I'm just gonna put the lid on it for about, I don't know, 5 minutes and turn it down to like simmer. What you doing?
Putting olive oil on my spoon that I made.
He made me a spoon. So my boys are getting creative.
Got a side for scooping stuff and a side for stabbing stuff.
Hold on.
Stabby thing.
Stabby thing.
The stabby, it's a technical term.
Oh, okay. So I got 3 packages of my seasoned ground beef. Now I'm gonna let this just sit on the counter and let it cool down a little bit, because you don't want to put these hot into your freezer. It'll mess with the temperature of your freezer. So let them come down to almost room temperature, and then you can just throw them in your freezer. I have my plants here. These are my kale, and this is my broccoli, and the cauliflower went back downstairs because it was a little smaller than everything else. But I shoved the newspaper here to keep them from falling over, because these aren't connected to each other, so they want to flop over. We had some leftover vanilla beans from when I made my vanilla extract, and Katie made vanilla bean pound cake, and it smells amazing. We are getting our dinner going right now. So here is some of the taco meat that I made up. I actually did this yesterday. So I've got the taco meat, and Jack is working on the refried beans. So Jack has got chili powder and cumin and garlic powder, right?
Yes.
And then we're gonna put some of these onions in here.
It needs a little more liquid in it.
Yeah, you need a little more liquid. Let's put a little bit there. And then I'm actually gonna put some of these onions in here, because I didn't put any onions in this yesterday because I didn't have them. So
Can we also put the green chilies in?
we are out of the green chilies. And I'm gonna turn this on about a medium heat, and then just let this kind of simmer down. We have the tostadas shells here, and then we've got our lettuce. Miles is chopping up our onions right here, and then Katie chopped up our tomatoes. All right, so I'm gonna make up Kevin's plate for him.
I love tostadas. They're my favorite.
Do some meat. Do some beans with the spoon that Max made me.
Just a little bit. Don't need a lot of beans. That spoon you're using, Max made it like this afternoon.
Yeah, that
Isn't
was
that
the one that
crazy?
he was working on earlier. And then,
All right, we're going over here.
yep.
Follow the tostadas. I love tostadas.
So we're gonna put some lettuce on there. And you don't like tomato. Onions. And cheese. And then you like the red sauce, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So this is taco sauce. This isn't salsa. It doesn't have any chunks in it.
It's
so-
like Ortega sauce.
Yeah. Like Kroger brand Ortega sauce.
That's right.
And then some sour cream on yours.
Yay.
Ta-da! So that is our dinner tonight, and that was our day. I hope you liked it. Make sure you subscribe and you share with your friends, and more updates as we go. Bye!